Okay. Bonfu.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Chair. Thanks a lot. I think from the start, from my side, Chair, I would like to appreciate the Minister for really withdrawing the whole previous process. Because what happened here, the whole department was put into disrepute with all of this process. It's this thing, Chair, of throwing a facade. When you've arrived, you throw a facade as if you're coming to do something different that never existed in this world. When there are easy things to still achieve what you want to achieve by just going for the easy route. I think there were about 3 previous ministers in this department. I've never heard of a panel from them. It started by, I think it was Professor Tlengwe Mkhize, it was Minister Dr. Naledi Pandor, and the Blade. In the department, there are staff that can do this process. The problem starts by saying, by throwing the facade, that I want to do something extreme, and things, they just fall apart, worse fall apart. Because we've got this tendency that have arrived, I want to be seen, because I'm so extreme. And then things fall apart. When there is easy route, for the whole of, I don't know how many administration, all the ministers have used the internal staff in the department. My first question is from the minister, what didn't you not trust? Because the reason I'm asking is for the first time we hear that for onboarding this board, even the chairs, there is a panel. And this panel, all of us, we're saying it's a secret panel. No one knows who they are, how it was onboarded. What prompted you to say there is something happening in this department that is that I'm so fearful of, that I don't want to utilize this department's resources? As I mentioned, that there's been 3 administrative before. All of them have been saying, you guys have been running this process for the past 20 years, 30 years. Run it for me again, the way I want to run it. I will scrutinize it. Was there something, Minister, that you didn't trust in the staff in the department?
I think I did indicate when I started to say AG raised this thing, flagged this thing, that previously the process that was followed in appointing AAs was irregular. So we're responding to the call of the AG to say there was no clear process and paper trail that would say, as the minister, you follow this. So they advised me that I should come up with a clear process, because with the previous administration and the weaknesses that we're picking up today in our SETAs, it emanates from the process that is not clear on what kind of a system are we putting in a place to actually appoint those AAs. That's why we see the system collapsing. I'm not the one who collapsed the system. I arrived, the system is already collapsed. Our SETAs are not performing. So I'm responding, addressing the finding of the AG.
So the minister, instead of correcting what the AG said, the process had loopholes. Instead of correcting the loopholes and follow the process, you just decided to take the system out outside.
This is a corrective measure.
Yeah.
This is a corrective measure.
So that to put in the panel.
Yes, this is a corrective measure.
Okay. So because this is what we see here, Minister. Firstly, this facade of NQF level 9. Honorable members are pointing out on your list. Some of the people that are there on your panel are on NQF level 6. So again, I'm implying that we're throwing this facade of thinking that we are doing the exorbitant, amazing things, but we come back, we do the wrong things. The person, there's a name, a person who was dismissed at the facet. It's written Elizabeth Tobejane was fired at the facet for corruption, but is found being appointed in the board in another seat again. These are the things that we are saying that it's a problem in the department. I don't know whether maybe there is a problem with the advisors or there is a problem because now we will need to move from the department staff because the staff was not involved in this process. Maybe there is a problem with the advisory or that panel that you appointed. Because there were corrupt people here that they've put. It's quite extreme that the public was screaming about this thing. To all of us, it looks like cronyism. People that were being appointed here were friends, were comrades of high stature, some MMCs, things that have never happened before. We see it for the first time, as I'm saying, Chair, to us who are outside, we've seen this thing happening, but we've never seen it to this extreme. What is happening in the department? Are you being advised correctly, Minister, with the whole of this process? For the second time that is going to go to this process, are you being advised correctly this second time around when now you are repeating this process?
Yes, I am advised correctly. And I'm happy to see, Honorable Ngubane, that you can pick up that it was wrong for politicians to serve in those boards. Because with yourself, you served in 2 boards of SETAs when you yourself was a leader of the African National Congress. I'm happy when you can see those things that are wrong today, the things that the collapsing system that you are speaking about today, you were part of it. I'm happy and I'm taking note, at least when you're talking from experience, because we're part of the mess that we're trying to resolve today.
Can I correct you there, Minister? Let me assist you to correct you then, Minister. You must ask your staff. When I was appointed at MICT SETA, I was running my IT business. I was not a politician. Just to assist you in that. I was not leading in Johannesburg region.
Minister,
stop misleading us, Minister.
Minister, please allow, let's not interject when he's speaking. Continue, Honorable Ngubane.
I was appointed at MICT SETA because I was a businessman who was running his own ICT business. I was a member of ITA and I was a member of ITPF, the Associations of IT, who sends a letter on the MICT to appoint me. If you don't know, you must ask and don't mislead us here.
Honorable Ngubane, hold on. Honorable Khacha.
Clarity, sorry, Chairperson, because it was very explosive. So there's just one thing that I need to clarify. Did the minister say that Honorable Ngubane was part of the mess when he was leading in Johannesburg on behalf of the African National Congress? Is that what she said?
I don't know if Honorable Ngubane was leading in Johannesburg in the ANC.
I think whoever said that must confirm that, because I've corrected the lies in this room. I'm saying again, when I was appointed at MICT SETA, I was a member of ITA, Information Technology Association. I was a member of BITF, Black Information Technology Forum, and I was seconded by them. I was running my business. Can then the person who said that confirm that?
Okay, Minister. Clarity from Honorable Khacha.
Yes, Mr. Ngubane was leading in a branch in Johannesburg, and when he chaired in SETA for 3 consecutive years, getting adverse findings. But now he comes here and tells us how we should turn around the entity, when where he was chairing, the entity received adverse findings for 3 consecutive years.
Honorable Maseko, welcome.
Thank you very much. Chair, you know, in the spirit, usually Karabo says in the spirit of Paseka. We started this meeting correctly, so, and our agenda is quite clear. Let's not derail in the intention of this meeting to make sure that we address the issue at hand. There is a withdrawal of the list. It has nothing to do with Member Ngubane, and he's not part of GNU. I'm not protecting him. But I think the questions that have to be asked, Minister, respond to them. Let's not go to an extent of we derail the intention of this meeting for the sake of having to have the political scoring boxing match that I'm totally not interested in. We need to just focus and make sure that we do adulting in the right way of being here, holding each other accountable in responding to the questions, and not fall into the trap of derailing what is it that we need to address today. So can we try to stay away from that? Because now we do have files, all of us. I can sit here and open the file of each and every one because we've been in politics for a very long time. Whether it's a positive or a negative, but the files are there. So can we just stick to what we are supposed to do?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Msezan.
Chair, I'm going to agree with Honorable Mamasego. In fact, Chair, I would have expected that we would have protected Honorable Ngubane on that attack from the minister. The minister is getting questions. She must account to the portfolio committee and its members on the affairs of the department and its entities. She's deliberately attacking a member of this committee and you're not protecting him.
Honorable Law.
No, thanks, Chair. I wanted also to assist that we focus on the order of the agenda and don't derail the meeting so that we respect the decorum of Parliament, because the people of South Africa are expecting us to give them feedback and go forward as government. So I would wish to also request that we keep calm and then we address issues adequately as we've been dealing with them so that we're able to find a solution. At the end, we're going to come up with solutions, recommendations to assist the process. Thank you.
Thanks. I don't know how many times I've pleaded that let's concentrate on the business of the day. Making life very difficult, colleagues. Minister, let's not attack members on what they would have been doing previously. The question that are related to what we are doing to fix now is extremely important so that we don't find ourselves on that path again. Let's not move away from the subject of the day. Please, I really beg you. Honorable Ngubane.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I think it's the issue of trying to run away from the question that try to paint other people with other brush and run away from the question. So, Chair, we have a list here. There are members in that list that doesn't have NQF level 7 even or 8 as required, but they were on that list. We've got lists that of people who are corrupt that are on that list, who were dismissed in some cities for corruption, but they are on that list. And chronism and the whole thing. So the next question now, with this new appointment of the panel minister, are you going to appoint a new secret panel again, or are you going to use the same panel that advised you to do this work?
Chair, can I give the opportunity to SETA coordination to speak on the first issue that he has raised?
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson and members. I want to clarify the list with profiles of panel, of recommended candidates. The lowest NQF level, a candidate with the lowest NQF level is NQF level 7. All candidates recommended are above NQF level 7. I needed to clarify that. And secondly, I must clarify that in terms of the Skills Development Act, it is not prescriptive in terms of the qualifications required. But to ensure that we are looking for the qualified people, also hoping to identify people with capability, Minister stated that preference should be given to candidates with NQF level 8. Thank you.
Yeah, but so the gazette said NQF level 8, the previous one, not NQF level 9, which was masters. No, again.
It says 8, NQF level 8, not 9.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, and now you are now answering. You are saying there's at least one person who has been appointed with an NQF level 7, when the minimum requirement as per your gazette said NQF level 8.
Yes, Chairperson, in compliance with the Act.
No. So you put out the gazette. Because if you're saying compliance with the Act does not describe any educational background. So it means you are saying even if we release the gazette that you are going to, I've paused your time, I just want to clarify this matter quickly. If we are going to release another gazette, you said this time we'll say preferably NQF level, whatever. Myself with NQF level 4, I can still apply and still be legible, because that is what the Act will then say. Is that what you are saying?
Given that the legislation is not prescriptive, Chairperson, in terms of the qualification requirements, Minister has suggested NQF level 8 as a preferred NQF level. That simply means even someone below that, but considering the capability, experience, as well as the leadership experience that person will be in possession of.
No, I disagree. So I did see that, please read the first, I think it's the first 2 or 3 paragraphs where it speaks about, because it's very clear on the educational background. It does not say preferably on NQF level 8. It said minimum requirement. Please read it, whoever has it there, so that we're clear. So, because there's a point I want to make here about what you are saying now, what has been said earlier, and what members are alleging. Because there's a DDG.
Thanks very much, Honorable Chair. That's correct. It says.
No, go closer to the mic. Don't go back.
It says, Chairperson, this is the one with the deadline of 13 June 2025.
We don't want that one.
That's the current one.
We don't want that one.
Or the one that
Leave
is
that
on
one
now.
We want the one of November 2024.
Okay.
You are going to open it. I'm telling you, it says minimum requirement of NQF level 8. Yeah. Yeah. Now, SETA coordination, when you say trying to respond to the allegation made by Honorable Ngumane, or no, because his allegation is that there are people there with no NQF level 7. You say, no, that's not true, which is fine. But then you go on and say the person with the minimum NQF level there has got NQF level 7, right? Which then means, from where we're seated, that person did not comply with the gazette that the minister would have released, right? And if we then agree there, then it begs the question again, Minister, what is our understanding of beyond reproach? Because we have now seen, this is, I've been noting them, there's one of somebody was fired as at Facet. There's one minister that we say was cleared, where the criminal case cleared. Now there's one who did not meet the minimum requirement on educational background. So when we say the process to DG was beyond reproach, was solid, that the process was clean, what are we talking about when at least now we've identified 3 issues? This beyond reproach means what? Because it means it's not there. It means there were gaps in the system, which we must acknowledge. In order for us to fix them, we must acknowledge, okay, there were gaps here. I have my own questions, which I'm going to pose. But we must at least accept that there are gaps here. Because if we don't accept it, we're going to repeat them. And we're going to have the same problems. And we'll be doing that thing that Einstein says when he talks about insanity. Doing same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So we must accept, colleagues, where it's leadership to accept. So on this one, I agree. Yes, at the time we thought we were fine, but in retrospect, in hindsight, we accept that the criticism that says this thing was not perfect. To fix this thing, this is how we're going to do it moving forward. Because you can't say it beyond reproach, honestly, when we have this a few things that we're identifying. Honorable Ngubane, please continue.
Yeah, Chair, in continuing, as I said in the beginning, Chair, that while you're speaking on that, it's not happening for the first time in the department as well. They did it on appointment on the board of NSA as well. They go ballistic, they say minimum requirements, NQF level 8, and then they appoint people who are on NQF level 6, NQF level 7. So it's typical. It's this facade that I'm talking about, that now we want to do better things than the previous one, and we do the worst things, which is putting the department into disrepute, and it's making us look like fool in this portfolio committee as well. We don't know what we're doing. So I think I will end there, Chair. Thank you.
No, thank you so much, Chairperson. Maybe with this one, we need to categorize them, Chair, to say the minimum requirements of the AAs differ from the minimum requirements of chairs. Maybe that's where we don't understand each other. With the chairpersons, the minimum requirement was NQF level 8, which is a master's degree. Honors degrees. And the chairperson of NSA has that. Because I think he was not in the portfolio committee. Remember, Chair, I brought a submission here on AAs now to say I received a number of requests from the labor in particular to say we're struggling to get the people who meet these requirements. It was labor, it was community, but the employers and business, I think we did not have any challenges. They said they would want me to exempt them. I brought that submission here in Parliament to say we are exempting them. And the report was adopted in this meeting. That's why you would see that sometimes, as much as there was a requirement, but there are those who do not even meet those minimum requirements. We brought it to the attention of the portfolio committee. That's why you are saying with the NSA, AAs only, not with the chairs. There was no compromise with the chairs. Chair, I think I must indicate that to say labor, in particular labor, had to engage us and say these are the limitations that we are facing. That's why we are not responding to calls for nominations. So we had to exempt. And the Parliament, the portfolio committee, the report was presented to say this is the intervention of the minister to say, let's try to loosen up some of the requirements. That's why we are saying others, they do not meet the criteria that you think they must meet. It's true. It's because of that exemption that we're to apply to those members of the NSAAA. Maybe even with the boards, others, SETAs, we are still going to find that because it was a blanket approach to all of them because they couldn't find people met the criteria that the minister had stipulated. So looking at those issues that Honorable Ngubane has picked up on the system and those that we have also mentioned, Chair, as we navigate and improve our systems, we are going to take them into consideration and rectify ourselves and make sure that with the second leg of our interventions, we don't see those gaps that you have identified. But I want to put it on records that with the AAs, they are exempted to the minimum requirements so that when we see them, we don't ask again, why this one, I know him, he has NQF level this, and the advert was saying NQF level this. This one is only applied to the chairpersons. Chair, thank you.
Thank you very much.